What do you think of them mountains today? They're over there someplace. Good morning, folks. Today is Christmas, but you won't see this till tomorrow, so I hope you had a great Christmas. We have a lot of snow still. It's still probably 6 inches or so deep, but it is a wet and sloppy mess. Anyway, Cindy says dinner is just about ready. I gotta go feed the cow and the burro some grain. I'll go give them some corn. Yeah, look at that. It's 38 degrees. 38 degrees, water's dripping off of the roofs and running down the rain gutter, and I don't know, strange weather for being Christmas Day. I looked on my weather report here, and they're saying that New Year's Day is supposed to be 40 degrees. I ain't complaining now, mind you. This is pretty darn nice, although it does make for very, very slippery driving. The road coming over to here has kind of a long slope, and the angle is just wrong for the winter sun. The sunlight kind of runs right down the road top there, so it never really warms up, and that gets really, really icy, really bad. And our driveway here, it's steep enough, and it kind of tees into the main road down at the bottom, and that's a little spooky too. If you don't stop at the bottom, you're going to go right out into it, and it's not a super busy road, but it's busy enough you could run into somebody. So anyway, go get this cow and burro fed and go from there. Christmas dinner for the critters. Thinking there, Mildred. Poor old burro, she's sure getting gray in the face. She's got to be at least 30. We lived at the fairgrounds for 23 years. Lived out in the little town of Baker, I think 5 or 6, and we had her for most of that time, if not all of that time. So, I mean, between the two, that adds up to 30, more or less. If she ain't 30, she's knocking on the door of it. That, like I said, she's got very few teeth left. I need to get her caught and trim her feet. Her feet are pretty long. That overall, she doesn't look too bad. She was looking a little bit thin this fall, and I think this corn has helped her. Then again, it might just be winter fur too. I don't know. She doesn't look too bad. Burros live a long time. They can live, burros and mules can live almost 50 years, 40 anyway. But horses, they're usually over about 30. So, I don't know about 50. Probably not 50, but 40 years anyway. So, she's doing okay. Hopefully. She's the last of the Mohicans. We lost all our cows, my big mule, or not cows, but horses, my burros. We've had a lot of them over the years, but she's the last of the bunch, and kind of don't think we're going to get any more. Cindy's got her bad back problems and other things. I got bad knees, it hurts me to ride. I got a bad back that actually has been much better for quite a while now. For a long time there, I could barely do anything. But I don't know, this new place too, there's a fence, but it's fallen down. I mean, there ain't much of a fence. It's part of it's a jack fence that is all tipped over and rotten, and it needs completely redone. And I mean, there is a fence there, but there is no fence there, if you know what I mean. Maybe when I get back I'll show you what I'm talking about, but it's... So this is the fence. Yeah, there just really ain't no fence there. It's not a spot for horses at all. There's no grass there. It's mostly just sagebrush and a little bit of grass in between the sagebrush, but it ain't enough to keep them going at all. And the well is pretty shallow, very shallow actually. So we don't have a whole lot of water for extra stuff like water and grass. And Cindy's kind of wondering how her garden's going to work out this year. There's some trees on the place, and to me that's kind of more important. I would like to keep those trees alive. What happened was that forest fire a couple of years ago, it burned up all the grass roots and things that held the irrigation ditch coming from Wallace Lake up here together. Without the grass roots and things, it's just kind of mud, and the ditch was washing out. It won't hold water anymore. It's washed out, I guess, in quite a few places, and it would take a lot of water, or a lot of work, I mean, to get the water to flow back down it all the way down to the bottom, and a lot of money. I don't think that it's even possible until that grass starts to grow back. I don't think it'll hold together. So that's going to take probably 5 or 10 years, I'm guessing, before that it's able to even be, somewhat workable. Our neighbor, he had a bunch of big cottonwood trees, and they all died. And we don't have water rights. And water rights are, I've talked about before, that's too much of a thing to get into right now. But basically, we can't use the water out of that ditch anyway, even if it was flowing. But it flowed right above the house there, and I think that enough water soaked into the ground and sub-irrigated down there through the dirt and the gravel that those trees were fine. But without that ditch there, all my neighbors died. And this place, we have plenty of water for shower and toilet and, washing machines, all that stuff. But we don't have a lot of water for running things like a sprinkler. And this summer, we were able to run it for half an hour, 45 minutes is all. And then the circle of the sprinkler went from 6 or 8 feet circle down to about 1.5 feet. We were pumping the well dry. And so there's not a lot of water there. But it seems to come back pretty quickly. I told Cindy that if we water for half an hour or so on one tree, turn it off for an hour and move it to another tree and water again for half an hour and turn it off for an hour and move it. And I mean, it's going to be an all-day thing, but I think we can probably keep them going. But there isn't a lot of extra. Now, watering horses, filling up a tank, that's not a big deal. But we'd have to feed them there year-round, I think. And like I said, we'd have to do a lot of work on the fence, which I want to fix the fence anyway, but that ain't going to happen real soon. So anyway, I got really nothing. Cedar came down from up in Montana for Christmas. I'm a little bit worried about her driving home. These roads are really slick this morning. I'm going to run over to the highway here and take a look, see what the blacktop looks like. But we've just been doing family stuff, and, that's kind of what Christmas is for. So, you guys have a great day, and see you tomorrow. Bye. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Drive safe. Okay. Oh, worry about me. How'd you get home? I'll let you